Hello Market Club members everywhere. Adam Hewison here coming to you from the digital studios of Market Club. And it's Friday. It's the 11th of September. A very important day in American history, of course, as we celebrate the anniversary of that infamous event that took place so many years ago now. But let's take a look at the markets right now. We're looking at Apple, and as you can see on the screen, Apple has really been going nowhere for a while. We've had of course, we had the big event where they just really showed you updates of what they have, like the new phone that's 6 is pretty much the same size, a few whiz-bang features, but nothing dramatic. And it seems to me that we've saturated the smartphone market, at least Apple has, for a while. It owns a lot of the marketplace, but how is it going to sell new products? And that's the concern. The growth is not going to be there, I don't think, for Apple in the future. Here's what I want to share with you today. Look at this day here, right here. This is the first day we went under the RSI line. This is the RSI, the 50 line. That's where if it's above, the trend is up. If it's below, it's down. And since that time, and this is in, way back in July, it's really stayed below this line all the time. And it's right up against the line right now, which is resistance. And you can see it's just sort of flattened out here. It doesn't know what it wants to do. This is a big day. This is when they announced this is the event day. Of course, it went closed lower the day. And it seems like it's just not going anywhere. I would be very cautious if we see the market go below the 110 level, the 109 level. I think that would not be a good close for this stock for the week. Generally speaking, the trend is down. All of our triangles, the two major triangles, the monthly is down. It has been down from 123.10. It's currently at 112. So as you can see, it's about almost $10 lower. And also the weekly's at 120.91, again much higher. So let's see how that plays out. But I want to show you one thing as we clear the screen. One thing you should really know about our triangles. Now here we have, this is what we're going to be looking at today. You can see the list of all the Apple, Amazon, Under Armour, so on and so forth. But look at the difference between Apple, red triangles, and let's say Amazon, which has a red weekly but a green monthly, and a green monthly for Under Armour. That means the longer term trend still is positive despite the pullback. Now look at the Dow, the S&P 500, NASDAQ, all down, all red triangles, not a good sign, okay? Look at the Euro, all green triangles. That's positive, indicating an upward trend. Crude oil on the downside. Mixed, I should say, because we use the weekly for crude oil and the daily's down. So that's a mixed signal right there. And look at gold is also down. Okay, again, we're down $4.45 in gold, about 0.4%. And look at the triangles that really tell you what the trend is and how the market's appearing. So let's go and take a look, clear the screen, and go and take a look at Amazon, which is, as I said, this is a very strong stock, a juggernaut. And you can see it's actually gone above the 50 line on the RSI, which is a positive sign. Now the big number to look at for Amazon, this today anyway, it's going to change next week, but for today, the number you want to look at for Amazon is $539.50. If we see that today, I don't think we will, but if we do, it's a buy. Okay, it means all the trade triangles will be green. But right now, it looks as though it's just sort of going sideways. It's above the 50 line. Next week's another story. We're looking obviously for the Fed to possibly raise interest rates. We don't know if that's going to happen yet. I think it's a 50-50 proposition. So let's see what happens next week. Under Armour is another stock. You've got the monthly that's positive again from 60.17. It's 95.64. This is the stock that's going to overtake Nike, in my opinion, with a very hard charging CEO, Kevin Plank. He's very powerful, very driven to make Under Armour the #1 sports equipment and apparel maker in the world. You can see it's above the 50 line, but only just. This now should act as support, and we should see this just sort of hold around these levels. You can see right here, it's just bouncing along this line. Now Under Armour, for it to get really kind of going on the upside, needs to trade over 102. That means these levels right here, that's new highs. I don't think it's going to happen today. I would be very surprised to do it. The one thing you want to watch it Under Armour right now is 94. If it closes below 94, that would not necessarily be a good sign. Maybe more action needed to push this market higher. Okay, this is the Dow. This is what we're looking at, the Dow. Two triangles down, not a good sign. This is what I see as a continuation pattern. We talked about this last week. We talked about this earlier this week, but you can see there's the sharp down move right here. Okay, and this to me is a triangle pattern. And it's usually resolved on the downside. It's a continuation pattern. Now look at how the Dow went below here on the RSI, and you can see it's stayed below that level all the time. Not a good sign for this market. I'm looking for a downward break, whether it's the Fed raising interest rates or something else not raising interest rates. It doesn't matter, but I think the downward action is not over with yet in this market. Now, same thing on the S&P 500. It's higher, slightly higher for the week, but this looks like a continuation pattern. I'll just draw it this way here. You can see it's coming to a apex of the triangle, and my feeling is it's going to drop to the downside. NASDAQ, same thing. All the same pattern in all the indices. Now the euro looks like it wants to go higher. It's above the 50 line. We have all the trade triangles green. Again, it looks like it wants to move higher. It's just not a dramatic market to be in right now. Crude oil flattening out along the 50 line. Again, this is mixed. The weekly is up, indicating the short-term, intermediate-term trend is positive. We're just waiting for the daily to turn up, and I would say that daily goes over today around the 46.50 level, that would turn it up. So it's about another 2 cents higher. I don't think that's going to happen. Lastly, on gold, this gold market is just eroding. Once again, you've gone below the 50 line. All of our trade triangles are red, indicating further weakness. And I would say the logical place would be the 1,080 level for gold, which is about another $25-30 lower. Let's see what happens, but it's down for the week, and it's going to continue to look negative in our eyes based on our trade triangles. Hey, this is Adam Hewison. Thanks so much for watching. Be careful, be patient. These are great markets, but you've got to be careful. We're going to see great opportunities in Amazon, as we talked about, Netflix, and also Under Armour, and many other stocks that we're looking at right now, but we need to have all of our ducks lined up, or in this case, all of our triangles lined up, so we can get in and safely trade these markets. Have a great weekend, everybody. Thanks for watching.